Hello, Nick Robinson, and welcome to the post-apocalypse.
Oh, this looks actually kind of calm.
There's a dead bird here.
See that? That's a little dark.
This is your room, so
where's all my stuff?
No, we had to throw that out. This is Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, brand new game out on PS4 this week from the developer The Chinese Room. This is the same team that brought us Dear Esther,
Right.
As well as the second Amnesia game. And now they are doing their first ever console exclusive, working with Sony and Sony Santa Monica in particular. And like Dear Esther, and you know, sort of in the same vein as Gone Home and that style of game, it is what some people might call a walking simulator.
Okay.
You are in a small British countryside, and it's kind of an open world, and you get to just walk around and find what you're gonna find.
So right off the bat, I've only played a little bit of this at an event. Right off the bat, I'll tell you, it's pretty.
It's a very pretty game. One of the main things you're going to be doing here is you're finding little bits of story through the radio. I'm not going to show too much of this, though, because I don't want to spoil anything, so we're going to actually cut ahead here. But I will show some more story stuff as we go. But yeah, it's a very good-looking game, and also the story that it's telling is pretty interesting. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. It's got a sort of, obviously there's like a weird supernatural element in the sense that you're in this British town, everybody's gone.
To the Rapture.
To the Rapture. Nobody's there. Seemingly, the town has just been abandoned, and you have to kind of figure out, hey, what exactly happened here? Where is everybody? This is a telephone. Look how like the detail on it is pretty cool.
Very HD telephone.
Yes. You can open and close the door.
So one thing that I remember about Dear Esther is that it was semi-randomized, right? Wasn't it? Like certain voice cues would play at different times based on like various playthroughs. Is there anything randomized to this, or is it just a self-contained, same every time type of thing?
Yeah, and I mean, I played through Dear Esther a few times. I don't know how randomized it actually was, but I do recall hearing that as well. I don't believe there's any of that to this game, or if there is, they've hidden it very well. Let's say. From what I've seen, it seems to be the same story every time you play through it. Here we're getting a little bit of scene here. This is Steven, who has returned to this town after leaving for America, and Lizzie, his old ex-girlfriend. There may be a little bit of a flame left between them, but that's not good because they're both married now to other people.
Yikes!
So what as you're trying to figure out what happened in the town, the supernatural elements and like the overarching mystery of like what went on here kind of gets replaced a little bit by just this like day-to-day drama between these people, which I ended up really liking. I thought that was really cool. It ends up making it a very human game. It's very much about people and about just like learning who these people are and what's going on in their weird, messed up lives.
Yeah, that's something that in hindsight I think Gone Home did really well, which was at first I think a lot of us walked into that game thinking it was about this great mystery of like this empty house, and then by the end of it was actually just a less dramatic. I don't know. It was just an interpersonal drama, right? It was about people.
I still
and their
think there's
relationships.
ghosts in that house.
Well, I mean, I think we need to do a no clip through the wall and just fully scrounge around for ghosts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right, and I think this does it in a very similar way. I don't want to like spoil anything about the story and where it goes, but again, obviously, with everybody in this whole town disappearing, there is a little bit more of a supernatural element.
Right.
But the game very much ends up focusing on the people and on the interpersonal drama and not so much on that big mystery. I think the people who come to it for the big mystery will still have some cool stuff here to find, and will probably be satisfied by the conclusion. But most of the game is just this. It's walking, it's pushing open doors, exploring these weird houses.
Tons of jump scares. How's the combat?
No, none of that. No combat.
How many guns do you get, by the way?
Zero. The one downside I had to this game, I do like it quite a bit. 0 upgrades to your walking speed.
Okay. You do not. That's
you
not.
are always moving at this exact pace.
Well, see, it looks like in this run you put all your points into clicking on phones, so that might be why you didn't upgrade your run speed. You used it all up.
Oh, I should have gone down the different path, is what you said, the upgrade path. This is a cool thing. I do wish that you moved a little faster.
Yeah,
I am a little bit worried, especially coming to a console audience that maybe isn't as used to this type of game.
Right.
I am a little bit worried about whether that audience is going to be able to find a lot to like here.
Yeah, and I think another thing to note is, like, watching this video is interesting for me because I'm seeing all these areas for the first time, but maybe the third time I'm walking down one of these paths super slowly, it might get a little tedious. I mean, it's something you mentioned in your review.
And again, because it's an open world, it's very easy to, like, go through an area, miss a little side path, and want to come back later. But it's very frustrating to have to turn around and realize you're going to have to walk back at this pace the whole time. That said, if you can get past that, if you can deal with the slow walking speeds, I think this is a super cool game. I think it's worth devoting that time and energy to, and it's very pretty.
It's out this week on PS4, right?
Yes, absolutely. Out now.
What's the price on this bad boy?
I have no idea.
Well, we'll use editing to make it seem like you knew.